Finding the truth can wait. Right now, we have a more If my hunch is correct, the ethereal's abnormal behavior is orchestrated by some powerful being behind the scenes. I'll explain the details once I have the holo observation data from here.
Tricks. Not one step further. Now, you're the prey. Ready for a fiery feast? Not even close! The final act begins now. I'll make it painless. Hey! Let's have some fun! Weaklings! There's more to battle! And just glory!
As expected, the results match my previous estimates exactly. I did some calculations before entering Holo Zero. The results showed that the ether activity here would peak soon. When that happens, it might draw... I'd say its threat level might be on par with Nineveh. No, after all, it can manipulate ethereals as its pawns, causing them to behave unpredictably. And that's what's been catching us off guard.
No wonder those ethereals seem smarter. But what's this entity?
Its goal is likely to increase the ether concentration here, to set the stage for its own descent.
Descent?
Yes. Just like how some fish can only survive in salt water, that entity needs the surrounding ether to be active enough to move from the depths of Holo Zero to the outer area, increasing the number of ethereals to amass ether. That's what the entity is trying to do. It'll make its descent when the ethereal population peaks and the ether activity is at its hub, but it's not too late yet. If we can lower the ether activity in this area by eliminating ethereals, we can stop it from manifesting and force it back to where it came.
Eliminating ethereals. Now that's a job I'm more than familiar with.
This is why you're my most trusted, independent investigator. So easy to work with. Now that we're on the same page, let's get ready to move. The data shows that...
Halt! Not one step further! Okay. Here's a taste of the abyss. I'll keep it burning. Out of the way! Let's make this quick.
About to heat up! Ready for a fiery feast?
Now! There's more to battle! And the glory!
A little gift for ya.
Now, you're the prey. No escape.
Yes! I like that!
The final act begins now.
This party is just getting started!
Not one step further!
Being happy's what counts!
Take them all!
Ready or not, here I come. Now, you're the prey. Unbelievable. Oh, we actually did it. The surrounding ether activity is dropping rapidly, but, oh, it disappeared so quickly. If only it had stayed a little... What's with that look? If it weren't for your timely arrival, I'd probably be ethereal chow by now. Thank...
The unbearable weight of trust. Could you give me something less intense next time?
Well, even if you say that, an ace... To be honest, I had anticipated that the abnormal ether activity might bring trouble. If I'm not mistaken, that corrupted being is the one labeled Geppetto.
Geppetto?
I believe so. I found some of its records when I hacked into the database. A lot of details match the data we just collected. Seems like the higher-ups at the White Star Institute know more than I thought. Perhaps I can access more info if I curb my rebellious streak and act like the obedient little researcher they want me to be.
Wait, you hacked into the database? No.
Hey, it was for research purposes. Maybe my methods were a bit extreme, but the results were good. The fact that I'm still standing here chatting with you after hacking into the database says a lot about the higher-ups' attitude. They still need me to handle things in Hollow Zero, so they're turning a blind eye for now. Bringing back data on Geppetto will make me more useful too. As for the connection between Hollow Zero and the Dark Wall, I should probably wait until things calm down before looking into it. Plus, those files on the first-generation Void Hunters really intrigue me.
What exactly did you see in the database? I want all the details.
Unfortunately, it was just bits and pieces. I'll need time to work through it and verify. After all, there aren't many people I can trust these days, you being one of... Don't worry. I'll tell you as soon as I have more information. My most trusted
Wait, what are you planning to do?
Don't you worry about it. I'm simply planning to return to the outpost and do some perfect... But... just the thought of having to deal with all those questions and paperwork once I get back. And since I went into Hollow Zero without permission, the higher-ups will be furious. Even if they don't fire me, I'll be writing self-reflection reports for a month. Ugh. All I want is to analyze the data on Geppetto. And oh, by the way, do you happen to have a self-reflection report template I can use? If you do, please send me.
No way. I'm not writing that for you.
All right. I was just joking. I'll have my Bang Boo take care of trivial stuff like this. It's so. My most trusted independent investigation team captain. It's time. Don't worry, I'll take full responsibility this time. I submitted my self-reflection report a while back, but the Institute ignored it until recently. I just received the response a few days ago. As I expected, no major consequences. They're letting me off easy, so we can go ahead and keep investigating.
You just heard back from the Institute and you're planning to break the rules again? Didn't you get into trouble precisely because of the unauthorized investigation into...
Don't put it like that. I had to write the report due to failure to identify and report a breach in the confidential database firewall. Oh, and also for recklessly launching an investigation that put myself and the enthusiastic I have already reflected on my mistakes. As a member of the Institute, my vigilance against sensitive... Which is why, the moment I spotted another security breach...
Hearing that from you, I'm not sure I buy it. The Institute's confidential database has that many security breaches all of a sudden?
Well, in any case, I've already compiled everything about the breach into my weekly report, but at the end of the day, I'm just a nobody in the Institute. Who knows when the higher-ups will read footnote 17 on page 4 Now, back to the map. Before I accidentally access some of the Institute's confidential files through the security breach, I stumbled across research on... There's a whole new line of combat boosters. Based on my preliminary observations, they are likely artificial etheric coagulum, similar to precious relics.
Precious relics? Aren't those made from the...
That's right. However, I found that the samples and data used to create the new etheric coagulum,
Didn't you say that you were planning to analyze Geppetto's data?
No one did. I've been monitoring the outpost mission logs, but not one mentioned anything about Japan. In fact, the outpost has plans to demolish the aircraft hangar and logistics station outside the observation deck to facilitate observing Hollow Zero up close. The reason it hasn't happened yet is because they're still waiting on more intel, so we'll have to take
Wait, that's quite a sudden development.
You're my trusted independent investigation team captain, and the
All right, I won't let you down on something so important. I'm in.
Great. We can start once you complete your... Don't worry. Be it field work or data analysis, the moment we have something new, I'll come find you.
A little downtime between missions. Lucky me. Your six. Countering.
Leave everything to me.
So Great hit!
Looks like you found the replica relic I reverse engineered using the data from
Oh, so this is the experimental prototype you made based on the
Yep. The Institute seems to have used Geppetto's data to develop a new type of etheric coagulum, and the end product of these experiments resembles the relics of powerful ethereals. But we can't confirm if those experiments used Geppetto's samples, so I labeled them replica relics. If the Institute can make it, however, aside from the ones I left in the Hollow, other similar relics you might encounter during your exploration actually come from the Institute's Hollow Research Lab. I'm certain they function just like my replicas, so you can consider. Unfortunately, we don't have much info on Geppetto, so I can only speculate on the effects of the etheric coagulum based on my own data. Follow-up experiments are needed to
follow-up experiments. Are you suggesting that I use the
I apologize. It might sound please, do not worry. We have studies that confirmed the relics of ethereals can affect hollow combat. My experiments simply swap the data, and I've personally tested them in the Hollow. Still, it's not zero risk. If you're really I can finish the remaining experiment.
Say no more. If we're testing our theories on Geppetto, obviously we need to find out what the Institute is hiding. Even if you didn't ask, I'd test them anyway.
All right. However, I do have to warn you. Although it is very likely that the etheric coagulum will work against Geppetto, there is also a chance that it might negatively impact your hull if you've decided to take some with you.
This is the Lost Void.
Since you did help open the bunker, we won't question your motives for entering. Got that, independent investigator? Or should I say, hollow raider? If you're smart and keep it to yourself, we could even help each other out the next. But if you can't take a hint and...
Hey, you're the ones who got stuck in there without clearance, not me. And now you've got the nerve to threaten me? A kind-hearted, independent investigator who's just trying to help with the hollow disaster? You better watch out, because my buddy Captain Roland...
Don't make what we're up to is way above Roland. That thing lurking around here is only... Anyway, please kindly... Otherwise, you may end up tangled and you'll be stuck.
A solid hit! Heads up. Your journey ends with me. I'll cover you.
There it is.
I'm unstoppable!
Great hit! Home run! A solid hit! Everything's under control.
Watch and learn!
Heads up! I knew it wouldn't be so easy. Nothing slips through my defenses. Press the advantage. Eyes on me! Out of the way. To the rescue! I'll take point.
Let me show you how it's done.
I'm not a loser. Sorry, no one gets past me.
The ethereals here haven't changed. Their attacks are well... How are things on your end? Did you...
Nothing out of the ordinary. Just a few annoying...
Mercenaries. Oh, that's right.
I've been ganged up on and hit by an ether current.
Oh, sorry. After going through the Institute's data on replica relics, I suspect that they've no... But neither the Institute nor the military has tried to take down Geppetto. On the contrary, they're letting the ethereals roam the Lost Void under its control, so they must think Geppetto's well supervised, and don't see a reason for Those mercenaries you ran into were probably hired by the Institute.
That makes sense. But if they come here
That's because the situation with Geppetto, like you said, the etheric extraction tower was destroyed. Whether by sabotage or not, the ether currents clearly affected Geppetto and the ethereals it controls. Geppetto and its subordinate ethereals lost control and launched an unprecedented attack that overwhelmed the mercenaries. Their planned routes and tactics have all failed. They had to take shelter in the bunker and got stuck until you found them.
So Geppetto has always been under the Institute's watch, which means the replica relics should work against it, right? I guess that...
We can't say for sure. For now, the Dark Wall is on the back burner. Our top priority is Geppetto. It was already strong, let alone a Geppetto that's gone berserk. One thing is for sure. You can count on the etheric coagulum, whether it came from me or leaked from... After collecting enough replica relics, I can already predict Geppetto's movements through the change. Let's keep tracking it.
I pledge my honor!
A beautiful shooting star! Counter it! Ambush! Move it!
Gotcha now!
I won't betray your trust. Your journey ends with me.
Execution continue!
Securing the perimeter. Perfect lore!
Watch and learn! Make way for the undefeated champion! Ha!
All exits are now sealed.
Things are about to get violent.
Let me shine. And the winner is me!
The best defense is a strong offense. finishing the job.
Watch and learn!
Geppetto is leaving. We have to go out.
Sorry, I'm afraid I'll have to ask you two to stay here. What happens next is none of your
You think you can stop us? Why don't you go?
Is that the military bunker? Shall I get in touch with Captain Roll?
You?
That's enough. Let me speak with them.
Understood.
And who are you? Sorry, we're busy chasing after Geppetto. Not that it concerns you. Please be patient. Apologies for our previous discourtesy. It was our mistake. We only recently learned that you're, in any case, as an exceptional independent investigator, you have the right to know. Please trust in our goodwill. As long as you don't push further into Hollow Zero, we can provide you with all the information you want. Furthermore, as a token of our apology and respect, we will also provide you with enough. And what information is that? Have you ever considered that powerful corrupted entities might not just be an act of nature, but rather...
What? Who are you? And what exactly?
We'll leave it at that. If the opportunity arises, I'll be in touch. And what I've received your weekly report, Miss Ray. A poor QA engineer has been distressed about your hypervigilance on the Institute's data security. So, based on his suggestion, and in light of your contributions investigating Geppetto, you have been granted extended clearance.
Thanks to you, the Institute gave me access to the files in a hidden directory. I saw another familiar name along with Geppetto, who, by the way, is now back under the Institute's watch after...
Let me guess. Nineveh?
That's correct. As expected of my... All it took was that one hint from my, mystery superior for powerful corrupted entities created by... At least we've got more time now to unravel these mysteries. I'll contact you as soon as...
Of course. Hit me up if you have something new.
Right. There's one... I think I mentioned before that our outpost... Following the Geppetto going berserk incident, the outpost has finally... They should be removing the last bit of the metal frames, right? If you're interested, you can head to the observation no matter how many times I see it. The fractured land in front of...